here in the Leicester Curve for the first performance of Play Without Words. Well, I brought it back this time. I wanted to revive it because it's our 25th anniversary of our company. I guess one of the most unique pieces I've ever done. It's based on a film called The Servant, a Dirk Bogarde film, and it's set in the 1960s, and it's about a young guy who hires a manservant and what that does to his life.
It's a piece on kind of social uprising and class being overturned with kind of using sexual manipulation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about sexual emancipation, a lot of it, certainly for Glenda. There's elements of that. For the Glenda character, she is somebody who's obviously led quite a sheltered, closeted life and is actually not typical of a woman of the 60s, whereas the other character of Sheila is very typical of the 60s. And I think it shows a lot about a time of great change, in England especially, I think.
The main difference with this, as opposed to the New Adventures in Matthew Bourne shows, is that the performers have to play very convincing characters and be able to tell quite complicated stories without any words, hence Play Without Words. And I think that's the interesting thing about it, and that's the challenge of it. And watching some of these new young performers be able to create really quite sophisticated characters has been thrilling for me.
The unique and exciting things about Play Without Words for me, the cast is so small, so it's a really tight-knit, close group. You know, it's a really nice atmosphere to work in. The live jazz band on stage is fantastic.
The music really came from the jazz composers of the era that I really loved, and when I did a bit of research and found a few that I hadn't come across before. And there was a lot of jazz starting to be written for film music of that time, particularly new wave British cinema in the 60s.
And the way that the music fits the action is very filmic. And Terry worked a lot in movies anyway, but particularly with the whole idea of Matt's setting this in the 60s based around The Servant, it's all very much part and parcel of the same artistic ideals, I think.
Somehow it works and the audience gets drawn into it, and it's a very sort of mesmerising experience to see this piece. It's almost like watching a dream in some ways, but it's funny, it's sexy, very sinister, I would say.
The imagination and the staging, the sets and everything, they were just...
I think it's just the little touches, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, it's just wonderful.
It's absolutely brilliant. Bourne is absolutely fantastic. The way he just captured all the theatre of the whole performance, absolutely amazing.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's brilliant,
Absolutely brilliant. We enjoyed it so much that we brought some friends tonight to see it because it's so good, you can't miss it. It's brilliant.
We were blown away completely, so it was an amazing show. The way they move, the way they depicted different versions of what was happening, the way that it was choreographed, the whole thing was just blew your mind. Incredible, never seen anything like it before.